Andy Burnham has been out visiting Dover today, and we've just heard from him. He was asked for his thoughts on the number of small boat crossings in the channel. Let's take a listen.
Of crossings is down by 50% this year compared with the same period in 2025. And the month we've just had, July, has been the lowest number for 6 years of people crossing. So clearly progress is being made, but we're not complacent, and it's why I am here. It's why I've come down on Sunday to see the team, to listen to what they think needs to be done, what further can be done. So we're just going to be relentless. People want to see this issue addressed. I heard that on the doorsteps in Makerfield, but we also need to build a system that offers safe routes for people as well, because that also takes away the selling point of the gangs. So on every level, we've got to come at this, but crucially, increasing the enforcement activity. So there's been a doubling of enforcement officers through the National Crime Agency on the UK side of the Channel, and French specialist officers are now similarly doubled in number, working on the beaches over there. So a big ramping up of activity this summer. It's having results, but we are not complacent. Much more needs to be done.
You mentioned there about safe and legal routes. Do you want to change the tone of this debate? We
have to deal with the issue rather than play politics with the issue. Just deal with it head on, grip it, and then make the changes that will bring that reassurance to the public. The public don't like the idea that the border looks like it's not controlled. We need to bring back that control, but also we need to offer support for people who genuinely need it. It's about changing the whole approach, and slowly but surely we are putting in place those building blocks of a very different approach to this issue. It's working, but there's more to be done.
What we've seen in Ceuta in recent days, the EU will hold emergency talks next week. Of course, we're not in the EU, but would you like a seat at that table? And have you spoken to Pedro Sanchez since you first did?
I've exchanged messages with the Spanish Prime Minister, and the news from Spain is that around 98% of the people who came into Spanish territory last week have now been returned to Morocco, and there's an agreement between Spain and Morocco to that effect. So that substantially deals with the immediate issue. But of course, there's a broader issue about the Schengen area and our relationship with it. And of course, I would want to be in regular dialogue with the EU on those issues.
Would you like to be at those talks on Tuesday?
It's a matter for the EU as to whether or not, but our team certainly will be feeding in to those discussions.
One question on the cost of living. Petrol prices are at a record high since the war broke out in Iran. Keir Starmer, Rachel Reeves, when they were in government, they spoke about, warning retailers not to make excess profits out of this crisis. Yeah. Do you want to go further? Can you introduce any practical policies that will actually bring down the price for people?
Well, I will keep a close eye on any profiteering through this crisis, and I would, of course, bring in measures to achieve that and not allow there to be undue profits being made out of this situation. More broadly, we need to see a de-escalation, and that's been the UK position, and we've worked hard with all sides to get an agreement, and we hope that an agreement can be reached. So that's the biggest thing that will protect people from cost of living pressures as we go into the autumn and into the winter. And we are working very, very hard on every single level to bring that about.
Finally, Gianni Infantino, because I know you've had an opinion on this story, should he be replaced?
I do not believe that he is the right man to lead football forward on the world stage. The plan that was put forward was offensive to many football people around the world, and it can't be the case that we just move on and forget that. It wasn't acceptable, and as I say, I don't believe he's the right man to lead FIFA forward.